Ulaanbaatar is next.
Wahoo. Wow.
This has been a remarkable hour. Hello, Andy. Nice. Thank you for being here. We're so happy to have you.
Hello, hello. How are you? How are you guys doing?
Hi, it's working. Yeah,
Hi.
great. Mongolia. Yeah, we're just saying that it's so interesting to hear from this sort of middle part of the world between East and West. And there's so much activity here, so much, creativity. It's wonderful. And we, like last year too, there was really strong presentations from this part of the world. So it's great you're all here again.
Yeah. We are also very happy to back on the event of International Pentecost again, and we have two speakers. And first, let's welcome our first speaker, Mando Hassoud. She is a translator and publisher of How They Got Into Harvard and 50 Best Essays of Harvard. So she will gonna share the amazing story of her experience. So
Wonderful.
Okay, great. Looking forward to it.
Okay, is she on screen? Why is this? Is she here on screen with us?
yeah, I guess.
Where do I see? Oh, there she is. Hello. Okay, let me just go ahead and spotlight you. All right, are you ready?
Yeah, sure.
Let's do this.
Yeah, we can hear you well too. Perfect.
Okay, great. All right, the 20 slides are yours.
All right.
Over to you.
So, thank you, and I'm thrilled to be here to share my story with you. It's a beautiful love story, and I hope you enjoy it. A biracial girl was born in communist Mongolia and become the only brown girl in the town. And my mom fell in love with a Cuban guy in Russia and punished by the government for she got pregnant with a foreigner. Obviously, it was impossible for them to live together, but my mom decided to keep me no matter what. By the time when I was born, the movie Queen Mandalha the Wise had released, in which my grandfather played the main role, so I named after the queen. My grandfather took me to save my mom's life. He was a famous actor and intelligent linguistic, and he taught me art, history, and language. He used to tell me that God made you different because you're special. He was just trying to change my perspective so I would be deaf to the mockeries that people thrown at me. By the influence of my grandfather, I became a film lover. He showed me that the arts has a healing power to our soul. I watch movies in times of struggle and I feel at home, quite relieved. And to be honest, movies are like a lullaby to me. By the age of 15, I became a sister. My mom gave birth to 3 children in 5 years. My stepfather needed the help to feed those many children, so I started to work at the age of 16. I used to buy diapers and milks with my salary for my siblings. I don't understand why, but I loved my siblings more than anyone. I was their defense, their provider, their friend, and a tyrant as well. When we gather together, it's like a reunion of a rock band. We get high without any drug involved. We just went crazy and no one could stop us. A year after I lost my grandfather, I married and got pregnant. Then the darkest days of my life has started. I left with my 2-year-old daughter with empty-handed, but I learned unconditional love from my daughter. I failed, but her eyes of admiration and love towards me has never faded away. I didn't have a diploma to apply to a job. All that I know was a little bit of English, so I rented a small, smelly room and did translation. The income was not very much, so I developed my skill to earn more. And my daughter was, and still my strength to overcome the obstacles. So I had the job for 10 to 12 hours a day. I enrolled in university to increase my income. And at the same time, I'm a mother, so I wouldn't be survived without the help of my mom and the beautiful laugh of my child, Then I met my handsome husband. At the time, I was in better place in life. He used to cook for me every day, used to. And I enchanted by his delicious meals. He knows how to make me happy in cheaper way, just a plate of nice meal. Like my younger sisters say, I might trade a diamond with a delicious pasta. You know, I love foods, and nice cheesy pasta makes me a lot better person. I became a loving, forgiving lady again after a plate of pasta. And I also enjoy the music very much. My husband was a lead singer of a rock band, and Coldplay is our all-time favorite. My husband thinks the song Scientist by Coldplay is about the marriage, which makes sense because they sing, no one ever say it would be this hard, you see? Then we welcomed our little daughter a year later of our wedding. She brought light into my life. So we named her Ige, which means a dawn. She's the funniest person I've ever met, with the funny hair. Hat is very helpful to put her hair down, otherwise it's just raise up. And on the other day, she mistaken a word sassy with the wider nostrils. You know, these two words sounds very similar in Mongolia. She's my everlasting joy, and now I have a strength and joy, so I will be fine. I feel stronger when I think of them, and I also tired when they don't behave. Very important part of my life is my friends. They're like a family, but less judgy. They pushed me to start my small business, a publishing company, and their trust in me was undeniably strong. So I made it, even it was risky, with the help of my dear friends. They supported me with their finance and time and everything. You know, translation was always my passion, and also it was the reason that I got the constant headache, you know, but I couldn't help myself. No job can give me more satisfaction than finding the right word in translating a book. So I made a contract with Howard Crimson, and I started to expand my business with, I started to work with mostly with the teenagers, and I also founded an NGO to help many talented, brilliant, but underprivileged young people in Mongolia. And it is my dream to build a vocational school collaborating with foreign educational institutes to provide these young people in Mongolia with high quality of education and internationally acceptable diplomas, so they can live in better, well-educated, healthier life. So at the end, life might not go as well we planned. You may fail even if you know that you're capable of better achievements. There are times that you want to say, I'm done, but struggles and happiness, pain and joy, failure and success are in the same package. And I just want you to search for love. It's everywhere around you, and it's there to cheer you up, relieve you from the pain, refill your energy, and keeps you on track. See your family and you'll find the reason to try, and enjoy your favorite movie or meal, then you'll find the life beautiful. Thank you so much.
Wow.
That's a really brave story. Thank you for sharing that and putting that together. Yeah, it's easy to talk about things, or your projects, but to talk about your family and your life in this way is so uplifting. So thank you for doing that.
Thank you so much.
That was a lovely family photograph, and yes, I think we couldn't agree more. You know, the love for your family is the ultimate. It's always what picks you up from wherever you feel you've sunken to. Yeah, and it's the optimism. I like the photograph of your family, the little one sticking out her tongue like sneakily.
Yes.
I'll get you, sort of thing, in a funny way. So thank you for sharing.
But it's also a fascinating story right at the beginning with your father, and
yes,
what a beautiful picture.
Yeah.
What a beautiful picture that was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was a painting.
Painting. That's what I meant. Painting.
Yeah.
So, anyway.